Kaistage lagoy chotan bunu county na bawazin gishu ko kago mangese na taiga aglagoy syon lagoy kioma president William Ruto ko latinye ge chega tangna met na barabi se ko ban governor gab imone kasatene gaitita tainiwana ko ngalali en bunge na senate ko mana banga chereta en committee na chigile by state na maliga borora ni negora ko senate na county na ba oma beya Moses Kajiwangole nyolu en speakers achaba bunge na borora ag bunge na senate ko gur president William Ruto ko tita tainiwana Siguro rabi se kimwagole kigochi na lagen member ek chaba committee.
Is for the speakers to convene the necessary committees and using Article 125 summon the president to come and give evidence of 150 million from Isiolo, summon the president to give evidence of 10 million on anti-money laundering bill and to give further evidence that he has. That is how the constitution that we have is drafted. And that is a challenge we are putting out to the speakers, not to protect parliament, but to ensure that for the good of the public, the very gross allegations made by the president can be investigated and the public can also get closure because there are clear mechanisms for resolution of an
then they have a responsibility, a duty of care to protect. Chair, this protection is important because you need to operate in an environment that you feel safe.
Correct.
It cannot be that anybody who wants to invade parliament, they have a free day, you know,
until
to
go to the
no.
And
the speaker must be able to say, you know what, we draw the line in the sand. This is how far you can go. Beyond this, if you have something to say about parliament, there are procedures to say.
Parliament, we are open to scrutiny. And that scrutiny
that is the point.
Must be done in accordance with the constitution we have, not the constitution that we wish to have. That scrutiny must be done in accordance with the Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Act, which has given the speakers certain powers to deal with unethical conduct. And we want to challenge all those who are making allegations, that we can even have a formal and proper inquiry. And we also want to challenge the president. If you know these people, do not be mourning and crying like every other common person. As a consumer of raw intelligence and as a person who can direct the DCI to carry out investigations, please, Kenyans want action. We have had enough talk. Let there be action on the parts of perpetrators of unethical behavior. When it comes to the institution of parliament,
Kabit niton in kasdena may moj ko itita gavana na county na Nandi Stephen Sanga tait na committee inato na sigobal tebu ko tingeya apaisiyete na chip kondoga oleka maseneta na county na Nandi Samson Cherargeya kolegi moj ke baisen sergane tap county na Nandi chip kondo kitaya million bagol mut enaret na maite tayata en kasarata no gates taigo bor member gap committee inato na kai metap ke go supkeya aga quote ke maite gavana ek tait na committee inato na lega maseneta na county na Nyamira Kongo Mogene kolegitil kapkirwa ka netorgole magaten gavana ego titaita na baseneta asigowal tebuti ketinyege apaisiyete na ba chip kondok.
This accountability session because he knew very well, Chair, that if he would have appeared before this committee, even I've looked at the responses and I'm happy, Chair, you did direct that they were responses. I've read through the responses. He could not account for it. He could not account for it. So, Chair, I think finally on the observation that the issue of governors appearing, Chair, I take a very different approach because, you know, yesterday I was laughing in a forum where we were including, you saw me laughing in devolution, is because I know there is an Oparanya case and the courts have litigated on this matter and once and for all. Governors must and should appear before the Senate and before the Parliament. Article of the Constitution says any committee of the Parliament has the power to invite or summon any witness to assist in the investigations.
The Supreme Court was very clear, and we can even, Chair, we can even buy a full page in the newspaper and give a summary of that decision so that the message is out loud and clear. The highest court under Article 163 is the Supreme Court. There is no any other place you can go to seek a different interpretation than what the Supreme Court of Kenya has provided.
Governors are the ones who are misadvising Mzee, because you remember when we had a meeting with the party leader in the Senate, when he came out of that meeting, the pronouncements he made, including strengthening the place of Senate in order for devolution to succeed, those were the proper words or the proper advice that Jacom gives. And I know his mind. I know his position on devolution. He's the father of devolution. I was very shocked to hear some of those pronouncements because I know he's been misadvised. Number two, Honorable Chair, I know that Article 96 of the Constitution places upon us the responsibility to oversight monies that go to devolution.